Good morning, sports world. March 5th, 2012. This is the NBA by Kadir, episode 1. Good morning, NBA fans, and welcome to the first episode of the NBA by Kadir. I've been meaning to start a podcast like this for a while now, and I'm a big NBA fan. Been watching the NBA ever since I was 5 to 6, as far as I can remember. But without any further ado, let's get into the March 4th games, Sunday, March 4th. Boston beat New York 115 to 111 in overtime. The Lakers beat Miami 93 to 83. Golden State lost to Toronto 83 to 75. Big win for the Toronto Raptors. DeMar DeRozan leading them with 25 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. New Jersey beat Charlotte 104 to 101. Darren Williams 57 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists. Some MVP type numbers there, but you are playing Charlotte, so I don't really know if we should comment further on that. The LA Clippers beat Houston 105-103 in overtime, close game. Chris Paul 28 points, 10 assists. Chicago, of course, beat Philadelphia 96-91. Derrick Rose, another MVP type game, 35 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists. Sacramento lost to Phoenix 88-96. Denver beat San Antonio for the nightcap game 99-94. Ty Lawson with 22 points, Tony Parker with 25 and 7. We're going to focus a little bit on some of the East games right now. Let's head back to that Boston-New York game. I watched that game. It was a Jeremy Lin, Rondo fight. Rondo just destroyed Lin on the offensive end. Jeremy Lin was so tough, so toughly guarded. He was being double teamed, and they just attacked him so badly. He couldn't even go to his left. It's crazy. They couldn't even get to him. Paul Pierce, of course, another good game. Ray Allen still showing that he can still play at a really high level. Boston actually was outscored in 3 of the 4 quarters, not including overtime. It was a dogfight, to say the least. Let's go back to the West now. Miami versus LA. That game was played in LA. Kobe Bryant 33 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. LeBron James did have 25 points and 13 rebounds, almost a triple-double, 3 assists shy. But as Dwayne Wade really likes to say that the Heat they are a non-excuse team. They did not have Chris Bosh. Does that really make a difference? I think it does make a difference. As much as I dislike the Miami Heat, because I am a Chicago Bulls fan, born and raised in Chicago, I just don't like the Heat. I don't like the way they play. I don't like the way they portray themselves. Yeah, LeBron James, number 2 player in the league. Kobe Bryant, number 1 player in the league. Until Kobe Bryant retires, Miami's, Dwayne Wade and LeBron James are still going to be at that number 2, number 4 spots. And with so many young players coming up, they don't have, they're not going to be in the top 5 for much longer. Except for LeBron James, I think he can stick up there. But Kevin Durant soon to take the number 1 spot or number 2. But as I looked on ESPN this morning, watching SportsCenter, I saw the stats. Kobe Bryant scored 18 of his 33 in the first quarter. Who was guarding him? Dwayne Wade. He scored 16 of his 18 points in the first quarter against Dwayne Wade. 9 points against LeBron James. Something by Shane Battier. It was a good game, to say the least. I knew LA was gonna probably pull that one out because Kobe Bryant's playing so well. 30 points, in the past 3 games. Kobe Bryant and Dwayne Wade, that whole concussion, broken nose in the All-Star game. There was no need for that at all. I don't know why Dwayne Wade did that, but he came out and said he was going for the ball. Clearly on those replays, looks like he was going straight for the face. Ball was at Kobe Bryant's stomach. I don't know how your hands are going to go to his face unless his face is painted as a basketball, but now his face is covered by a mask. Switching back over to the East now, the Chicago versus Philadelphia game. Great game by Derrick Rose. They were having a hard time getting a lot of the players into the game. Carlos Boozer did not, play a phenomenal game. Honestly, the whole Chicago Bulls team did not play a phenomenal game. The only 3 players in double figures was Joakim Noah, and that was 11 points. Carlos Boozer only 13, and Derrick Rose with 35. Joakim Noah did add 18 rebounds, and I think that was a difference maker there because the Bulls finished with 45 rebounds. Yeah, Philadelphia finished off with 50 rebounds, but none of their players had any numbers close to Joakim Noah in the rebound area. Chicago Bulls up in there in the top 3 rebounding teams in the league. Derrick Rose and Luol Deng both played 40-plus minutes. Derrick Rose only had 3 turnovers. He obviously helped some of the Bulls players get into it. Richard Hamilton only 8 points. Luol Deng only 8 points. Omer Sheik 4. Ronnie Brewer 6. But Philadelphia is up and coming right now. I have to say, I have to give that credit to them. They're up and coming right now. No one thought that them and the Indiana Pacers would be doing this well. I'm honestly surprised at how good that they're doing. The Denver-San Antonio game, switching back over to the West, it was a very high-scoring game, 99-94. Denver scored 20 plus points in every quarter. San Antonio scored 20 plus in 3 out of the 4 quarters. Tony Parker, as much as he's getting older, he definitely is still up there in that top 10 point guard conversation. But Ty Lawson was just too much with 9 rebounds, 11 assists, 22 points, 1 rebound shy of a triple-double. That brings us to the topic about the top 5 point guards in the league. The whole buzz right now that's being talked about is Rondo dropped another triple-double. Ty Lawson was 1 rebound short. Derrick Rose has came through in the clutch in these past 4 or 5 games since the All-Star break. These point guards, they've become like 2 guards, and they've become LeBron James and Kobe Bryant's. Russell Westbrook, Rajon Rondo, Derrick Rose, Darren Williams dropping 57. Yeah, it's the Charlotte Bobcats. No defense, no offense. But still as a point guard to drop 57. 57 by himself. That is crazy. That's crazy. Rondo is putting up numbers that Oscar Robertson and Wilt Chamberlain used to put up, those type of numbers. But are these point guards, Darren Williams, Rondo, top 5 point guards? Darren Williams, yes. Rondo, maybe. We'll get back into that when we come back from the break. This is the NBA with Kadir. Stay tuned. And we're back, and we are going to be focusing on the top 5 point guard race. Now, a lot of people might disagree with the list I'm about to give you, and I was watching ESPN, like I said, in the morning, and Stephen A. Smith and Rick Bucher, they were putting their thoughts on this as well. I don't disagree with the list that they have, but I think that they're putting out one specific person, and that would be Steve Nash. Phoenix is definitely taking a hit ever since Amari Stoudemire left them, but they're still doing what they can. Phoenix is 17-20. They've won their last 3 games. Steve Nash, he's number 1 in assists. Number 1 in assists in the NBA. He's like, 38 years old? He's getting to that 40 mark. Like my friend from the Basketball Jones says, free Steve Nash. Quotation mark, hashtag J.E Skeets. There's nothing more to say. Let him get out of there. Let him go play in New York. Let him go play in Dallas or San Antonio. Let him go to the Heat, for God's sake. Just get him out of there. Let him go get a championship. Let him get one more run. He's wasting his time in Phoenix. They're doing okay. They're doing a little above that average mark. They're doing better than the Bobcats. They're doing better than Cleveland. But this is Steve Nash we're talking about. Almost 40 years of age. Been in the league for so long. He's been to the finals like once. Or even has he? I don't even know. I'm sure he has. But he lost. He has no championships. And that's sad. But anyways, let's get back into that. Now, Rick Bucher had a list very similar to mine. Derrick Rose, for me, would be number 1. He's bailed the Chicago Bulls out when they're down and not healthy. They are the number 1 team in the league right now. They have the best record and probably one of the best home records, probably top 2 or 3, along with the Thunder and the Spurs. Number 2, I would say Russell Westbrook, just because of what he's been doing with Kevin Durant. There was all this talk about how is Russell Westbrook going to be able to play with Kevin Durant, a score-first player, and Russell Westbrook, a phenomenal and amazing basket attacker. But somehow they're combining for like 50 points, together in one game. Number 3, Deron Williams, just because has nothing around him and he's still performing at a high level. Number 4, it would be Chris Paul for me, just because he's came into a whole new system, shortened season, NBA lockout. He just comes in there, takes the reins with Blake Griffin, and they're just doing major things out there in LA. Number 5, Steve Nash, for the reasons I listed before. Now, that brings Rondo into the conversation. Why isn't Rondo in my top 5, or actually a lot of people's top 5? 1, he has no perimeter game. His jump shot is not there. He can't be like these Russell Westbrook, Derrick Rose type point guards. He would be, for me, the number 2 or number 1 point guards. Like I said, I'm a huge Chicago Bulls fan. No bias, though. I would put Rondo at number 1 if he had a jump shot. Because we all know he can average about 15 assists a game. Anywhere from 6 to 10 rebounds a game. And we know he can score, even if he scored 10 points a game, 10 to 15 points every game. If let's say 6 or 5 out of those field goals were jump shots consistently, then he would be my number 1. How would that be for a point guard? About 15 points, 8 rebounds or so, and 15 assists. Double-double guaranteed every night. A triple-double could be guaranteed every few games. Easily. And that Celtics team, they would be a really dangerous 6th seed in the playoffs. Because I think they're going to make it into a 6th seed. But Rondo is just not there yet. To me, he's not there yet. He's not at that Derrick Rose, Russell Westbrook, Chris Paul type place yet. He's got to go and look. Derrick Rose has bailed the Chicago Bulls out with what? Game-winning jump shots. When the game is on the line, Derrick Rose takes it to that basket. He gets to the line, or he makes an impossible shot. But I'm gonna leave it at that. That's enough point guard talk for today. We're gonna end the show here. I would like to thank everybody that's gonna listen to this. Soon it's gonna become an actual video. We're working on getting the pieces needed for that. But for right now, this is obviously gonna be found on YouTube. Follow me on my Twitter at KittyCatMusic. Download my 2 mixtapes in the description box below. And check back every day. It will be posted on Twitter. It will be posted on my Facebook page. And all the information you're going to need is going to be down below. Thank you, and have a good afternoon.
Ha ha ha. Yeah. It's that kid called Kitty. Haters fucking hate him. The beat, yeah, I did it. I always wear fitteds. Adidas on my feet. Doubters leave them dead. I think the best things are the ones that kept unsaid. You know I'm ballin' and